Good morning, everybody. Wow, it's the 13th of June. It's really going fast this spring, I think. Seems to be a little bit better, I feel, since we've had these COVID shots. Although I do believe that we still have to be vigilant and wear these masks, that kind of thing. My title is really, really different in the way that I know that I was looking for my dog. Here he is. He's such a beauty. My title is Disbelief, Family, and Struggles. I suppose I want to say this for any other person that's struggling with cancer like I am. I found out I have another tumor in my thyroid. And maybe that might be the primary cancer, I'm not sure. But I'm getting a biopsy on the 22nd, which is another week. So back to the family stuff. I had been doing a lot of thinking, and when my mother showed up on my porch at 9:30 at night, and it was March, and she said she had a Christmas present for me, I became very suspicious of why she was there. I'd made a decision that I didn't want my mother or my brother, my remaining family, to know that I had cancer, because I knew that in anger they would wish death upon me, which happened. First, it was my brother saying he didn't give an F about me, and who cares if I have cancer? I deserve it. What comes around goes around. Just a whole battery of, I'd say, acid that was thrown at me. And the same thing went on with my mother. And I was really, really fortunate that she had displayed her real emotions about how she felt about me. She said that I cost the family $100,000 because they had to remortgage the house because of my allegations of sexual abuse with her husband. And yet the man before that had raped me as a child. This man right here. And that the man before that had tried to kill her. So my mother's had a series of really, really bad relationships. And never did she ever talk about the violence that we experienced as children. And it was in depth, and it was a lot. So somebody had said to me that my mother had said this 100,000 thing. And I had been diagnosed with terminal cancer, and that I only had a short time, a year to 2 years to live. So I went back to try and figure out why she was back in my life. And to be honest with you, it was about my will. And I questioned her about why she would tell somebody that was helping me. If it wasn't for this one woman and her friend that was helping me over the winter, I would have been at home suffering with pain, and maybe would have had a stroke or a heart attack because the pain was that bad. So she had told me my mother had said that. Well, now I understand that really, after my mother, I had said, why would you do something like that? Why would you say something like that? And then she went into a fit of anger. I mean, a fit, a real violent, verbal abuse fit. And she had said, effing rights, you cost me $100,000. And really, truly, I would say with my mother's alcoholism and addiction, which I do know about, that she perhaps spent all her money, or my brother had just, drained her account, because she's bought him, I think this is like the 5th truck that he's damaged, and has just really, I mean, she's even bought him his drugs, marijuana, whatever. So she had left my place after I said, I thought you believed me. You loved me, and I have cancer, and you cared about me. Then she said, I don't give a F that you've got cancer. You die, could care less. And effing rights you cost me. And she went into just the most, I would say, gruesome, volatile, scary rage I'd ever, well, not, I've seen it. I've seen it time and time and time and time again. What mother, and he's dead, by the way, and I could go into detail, but I don't need to, because I know who I am. I know how hard it was to move my mother in this trailer park where I lived. I've been working as hard as I can to get stuff out of here, and in the same part, just grieving over stuff that was taken that I'll never be able to replace. But what's more important? Saving my life, getting out of a place that's just... Hey. Come here, you little silly. Come here, you little guy. Come here, you. Shh. 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 I would, if I had a child that had been sexually abused, I would believe that child, and I would honor that child. I would love that child no matter how old they are. I don't know how much time I've gotten. I've been praying to God. I've been doing everything I can to organize myself, and it's been so hard. I'm looking to move, desperate to move, desperate to rid myself of all the things that I have that are weighing me down. Clothes, furniture, all that stuff. So I just want to say that I had a CAT scan and I had a PET scan, and a PET scan is very, very detailed. And if you can get that, I'm so grateful for technology. So at the end of this life, this story, this spiritual being that I am, all I can do is pray that God can give me compassion to understand that this is more about somebody wanting money. And I get it. I get the fact that, she chose to stay in that relationship rather than protect me. And that sexual abuse happened from 11 years old up until 16. And when I finally left at 18, it was brutal. It was really, really brutal to live with my mom and that man, what he did to me. Not having them in my life now again, and just the abuse is so bad. But I will say that I'm very grateful to God for giving me the strength to carry on. She wanted some plastic for her table. And I bought a roll of this heavy plastic. It's exactly the stuff that you would put on a table. And I just bought it yesterday. I'm going to try and guess what size her table is and drop it off for her. And keep the rest of the plastic for myself, because I'm hoping and praying that I'm going to get into a van soon and I'll be able to leave here and never see her again, or my brother. So believe in yourself. If you're like me and you've been really, really badly abused and you have cancer, or you're well, or you're, in poverty, always honor who you are. Don't ever waver. Don't be with abusive people. Move through it. And I knew she was more after my money than she was anything else. So bye, everybody. I think that's it. And the strength to move on, to carry on. It doesn't happen like that, especially when you're by yourself and you're on your own. I lost a few things that really meant something to me, like my muckalucks, the first teaching of my Native heritage. A lot of things have gone missing that were about that, including a special book that I had. A lot of things went, people just let you down. So I'm going to go. Dog's barking, some dog. Bye. Thank you, Lord.